Right, and obviously that would help officers, and we want to let everyone know this is entirely the CHP who is dealing with this right now. Initially, just recently, about 10 minutes ago, when she crossed the Ventura County line, it was passed off to the Ventura CHP units, and those are the ones who are really trying to keep on her and just...
has no place to go other than running over the spike strip if they have any way of making an evasive maneuver.
Wait, twin?
Sa kawan eh.
But now that we're up here in Camarillo, it's entirely possible. I don't know if her gas tank will allow for that. Probably will. But anything goes now with the suspect, the way she's been driving. And at this point...
5, with the pursuit continuing. It has now been 2 hours where they have been in pursuit of this U-Haul.
Just saw her go past the Point Hueneme sign there as well, Ginger. And one of the things that's a little bit scary is that when she seems to get around other cars, she steps on the gas pedal. When she's all alone, she backs off. So one wonders really what she's doing. She's got the presence of mind to take evasive action. She seems to know that the cops aren't going to be in front of her necessarily because she's not driving very quickly to try to get away from them. Yet, she also is not all there because she's singing in the radio and sticking her arm out the window and lighting up cigarettes. So one would think you'd be a little bit more nervous running from the cops, huh?
I think that when we saw those officers appear to have approached her, got a little bit closer to her, is when we saw her slow down, and possibly they can see ahead that there are no cars, and maybe they feel that there's a chance that they can...
So what we just witnessed was quite remarkable.
Then just approaching or just passing, actually, depending on how fast she's going to Point Hueneme State Park. So I think that could be something that sometimes officers are trying to do, is to get ahead of her. But because they don't know her history, her record, they don't know how safe it is to get too close to her. So it just appeared that those times when those officers were able to get a little bit closer to her is when she was slowing down, and maybe see if there's another officer getting closer, but they're still about that half-mile back, as they've been told to stay that far back for their safety as well as for hers even.
Point Hueneme area, as you know, she's going to come up to a stoplight here pretty quick. It's not open road anymore, and in that area she'll have a chance to either sort of continue to the right, it'll bend along to the right there, or she'll, to the left, or you can continue to the right, and that will take you straight down into Oxnard. A couple of car dealerships are in that area, and then it gets all into farmland. The road isn't quite as wide open, and the traffic gets a lot busier.
And at this hour, you would expect it to definitely get a lot busier in that area. There's a lot of people probably getting off of work. Right now, we're not seeing too much in terms of traffic, but soon enough, we may see that. We are seeing a couple of more cars on that side that she's at right now as she continues into this Point Hueneme area here.
And we already are starting to see the traffic starting to thicken up, and now she's going out onto the right shoulder.
Sí, ya se metió el tráfico.
Now, if she takes the right turn there, she's headed up toward Oxnard. If she doesn't, well, maybe not exactly that one, but you see the farmland there right off to the side of her, and that is the Oxnard area. That's where all your tomatoes and your artichokes and so forth come from, right up there.
I think for the other cars who are, in front of her, who she's passing, they may not realize that there's a pursuit that's taking place right now because they don't see the officers until the U-Haul has already passed them. So it can be very dangerous for those people, of course, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know they're supposed to pull over. They just see this big U-Haul as they're in the Oxnard area here, straddling those lanes, getting close to them. I mean, I think I saw earlier when they were still in the Malibu area, there was a truck that was next to her, and he was kind of pulling over to the side, getting into that right shoulder area because he wanted to stay away from this woman who, was getting too close to him in this large U-Haul at whatever speed that she was going at.
Yeah.
One of the stranger chases that we've ever seen.
Definitely. I mean, the fact that, first of all, that it's a U-Haul, we often don't see that. Not very easy to maneuver in and out of traffic at all. Secondly, that it's a female driver. That is bucking the trend as well. Normally, we do see male drivers. In fact, Emma and I have to watch ourselves when it's dark, when it's nighttime video. We often are saying he, and then you realize, hey, we don't know, it could be a woman, but that is because our experience, and most of the time, it is a male driver. And then also, what she's been doing.
Left, we're going to Santa Barbara. Right turn could be.
Now, this is a woman who apparently has some background in offensive and defensive driving.
No.
You got what speeds up?
And it goes to that major intersection.
She seems to be well aware that if she's safe, that the CHP aren't going to come and try to grab her, so she's not going to take any chances with her own life here as long as she knows that they're not going to come and try to pinch her immediately. But she's got to know that she's going to run out of gas. She's probably got to, sorry for saying that, she's got to pull over at some point and do